Hello! Welcome back to Codeverse TV. My name is Katy and I'm your host. Fun fact of the day, did you know that it takes 8 minutes and 19 seconds for light to travel from the sun to Earth? Wow! If this is your first time watching the show, thank you so much for tuning in. During every episode, I teach you how to build an app or game using one of our special missions, which you can access online through your Codeverse account. I also teach you about all of the superpowers that our objects have, which are featured on our collectible trading cards. But first, let's head on over to the Codeverse App Store, where I play a video game or app that was built by people just like you. Take me to my appy place. Okie dokie, so we are inside the Codeverse App Store right now. If you have never seen it before, it is amazing. Every single app and game that you see on here was built by people just like you. You can view, play, or share any of these single and multiplayer games and apps with your friends or your family. I am going to select an app or game on here that I have never seen before and play it right in front of your eyes. Let's do it. Which one? How about Survival by Etienne? Let's do it. Survival. Help the player survive by avoiding the obstacles and jumping from one level to the next. This game uses timers to move the obstacles and lists to store the scenery for each level. Can you survive until the end? Well, I died, so let's start over. Okay, so let's do this. So we are using the directional pad, going up the ladder, and I assume we're going into the cave. Okay, level 2. So we have to avoid these bats. I'm just gonna jump over them. Ooh. Let's see. Oh, can we avoid the bats? This is hard. Okay, so now I am up on the 3rd platform. This is great. And now through the door. Okay, level 3. So it looks like maybe I have to jump on some clouds to get to this blue flag at the top. Let's see if I can do it. Yes, I win. I win. Excellent game, Etienne. You should be so proud of this. A 3-level game. Wow, that must have taken a while to build. And if you have a video game or app of your own that you would like to submit to the Codeverse App Store, all you need to do is have your parents email me at tv@codeverse.com. Okay, great. Are you ready to code? Let's head on over to Mission Control, where we will learn how to build an app or game together. This is Mission Control. When you become part of the Codeverse community, you get access to missions, which are guided coding activities complete with step-by-step instructions that teach you how to build an app or game. Missions range in difficulty level from beginner, intermediate, advanced, expert, and pro. Today, the mission that I have picked for us to build together is called Dig Dog Dig. We're gonna make a game featuring an adorable dog who likes to dig in the dirt. Let's get started. Okay, so I am logged into my Codeverse account right now. To access our missions, all you need to do is click Go up here where it says Start a New Mission. This will take you directly to our library of missions that are grouped based on difficulty level. Since Dig Dog Dig is a level 3 mission, which is an advanced mission, you'll want to click right here and select the game. Great. Dig Dog Dig. Who made all these holes in the yard? Make a game featuring a dog who is digging in the dirt. Learn how to use random numbers to make the dog pop up from different holes, and use positioning methods to help him hide. Can you catch that digging dog? Great! So once we've completed this mission, we will have learned all about positioning, variables, timers, and events. Let's go! Step 1. Import classes. For Dig Dog Dig, we need a circle, a label, a rectangle, a space dog, a timer, and our random variable. Importing these objects lets the computer know exactly what we need to build the game. Next. Step 2. Dig holes in the yard. So we'll create a giant yard with a rectangle and using a var statement. Then we'll use a loop to make 6 holes in the ground. Let's begin with creating the yard. Var rectangle equals new rectangle, 50, 70. Now let's make the yard, or the rectangle, bigger. We'll use a method to do that. Rectangle.setSize and we'll set it to 700, making this yard really big. Now let's make 6 holes in the ground for the dog to pop out of. Let's create a variable for the X position of the first hole. This is the position in the left to right direction. I want my first hole to be on the left side, so I'm going to use a smaller number like 20, so var x equals 20. We'll change this X position later in the loop for the other holes. Now type loop and the number 3. A loop runs the code below multiple times so that you can make many objects with less line of code. Let's create a variable for the Y position of the first hole, which will be our top to bottom direction. We'll say var Y equals 47. Then type loop 2. Loop 2 will make 2 rows of 3 holes, so 6 holes total. We'll create our holes with circles and using a var statement. So var circle equals new circle, and inside the parentheses type x, y. Let's make our holes very dark using the setBodyColor method. Circle.setBodyColor 10, 10, 10, and we'll set the height to 50. Circle.setHeight 50. Cool. Now type in y equals y plus 38. We add to y using addition so that each row is lower than the last. End. Type in x equals x plus 30. We'll add to x using addition here so that each hole is to the right of the last one. End. So what we've done here in step 2 is create a yard and 2 rows of 3 holes. So again, 6 holes total. Next. Step 3, choose a hole to pop out of. Yes, my favourite part. We want our dog to randomly pop out of the dark holes. To do this, we'll use a timer to pick a random number every 2 seconds. That number will be used to pick which hole the dog pops out of in the next steps. Let's create our timer first using a var statement. Var timer equals new timer. Then timer.count2 and in the parentheses type 0. Timer count to 0 starts the timer as soon as the game begins. Now let's create our dog using a var statement. Var space dog equals new space dog 2062. The space dog will be used in our next step, but we've created it here because the order of the code matters. The space dog has to be created before the movement methods can be added into the timer in the next step. We are going to use a timer to randomly pick a hole every 2 seconds. To do this, we'll use a when statement so that every time the timer ends, we create a random number variable to make the computer choose a number between 1 and 6. Why 1 and 6? Because there's 6 holes. When timer.ends, var position equals random.number, and inside the parentheses type 1 and 6. Whichever number the computer chooses will represent which hole the space dog will pop out of. Once the random hole is chosen, restart the timer to count 2 more seconds to repeat the process all over again. Timer.count2 2. Excellent. Step 4. Move the space dog. Use if statements to move the space dog to the hole that was chosen in the last step, and then use methods to make the space dog pop their head up and out of the hole. So we're going to insert this code here after we created the random number. Let's start with the first dark hole, which is number 1. Type in if position is 1, space dog dot set position 2062. Space dog dot move to y 45 1 dot move to y 62 1. What we're saying here is if 1 is randomly picked, then the dog will pop out and quickly pop back in to the first dark hole on the upper left of our game screen. Let's do the same thing for the remaining 5 holes. If position is 2, space dog dot set position 50 62. Space dog dot move to y 45 1 dot move to y 62 1 end. If position is 3, space dog dot set position 80 62. spacedog.move to y, 45.1, .move to y, 62.1, end. If position is 4, spacedog.setPosition 20, 94, spacedog.move to y, 85.1, .move to y, 94.1, end. If position is 5, spacedog.setPosition 50, 94, spacedog.move to y, 85.1, .move to y, 94.1, end. And finally, if position is 6, spacedog.setPosition 80, 94, spacedog.move to y, 85.1, .move to y, 94.1, end. Nice! Click Next. Step 5, finish the yard. Add 2 more rectangles to layer on top of the holes and hide the space dog until it pops its head up. These rectangles give the space dog something to hide behind until he pops up. So we'll name these rectangles 2 and 3. var rectangle 2 equals new rectangle 50, 62. And we'll change the height and the width. Rectangle 2.set height 200.set width 490. var rectangle 3 equals new rectangle 50, 100. Rectangle 3.set height 200.set width 490. Hit Next. Checkpoint! Alright! Your game should have a big green yard, 6 dark holes, and an adorable dog which pops up randomly from the holes. Hit Next. Create a points label. Add a label and create a numeric variable to track points. var label equals new label 5020. var points equals 0. The label will not show up until you use set text to tell it what to say. Good job. Next. Step 8. Earn points. Use a when statement to add points every time the space dog is tapped. Awesome. When spacedog.tapped, points equals points plus 1. Label.setText, and inside the parentheses, we'll type in quotation score and points. We're going to use curly brackets, which are called braces, to show the value of a variable instead of the name of a variable in a label. Next. Mission complete! Alright, to play this game, go ahead and tap on the dog as he's popping out of these random holes and collect all of those points. Well done! Click Submit. Our team will review your game and award you with your 900 skill points. But before you share this game with your friends and family, let's customize this game even further. Select Customize now. Okay, so we are going to create a light up sign. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to import a list and we need to import a sign. We'll create the sign using a var statement. var sign equals new sign 5028. And we'll set the size to 650. So sign.setSize 650. We're also going to add a new label which will show up on the sign. So to do that, we'll use another var statement, var sign label equals new label 5013, sign label.setText, and inside the parentheses type get the dog. Now let's create lights which will show up all around the sign. We'll start by creating a list using a var statement. var list equals new list, var light x equals 11, loop 5, var light y equals 6, loop 4, var light equals new circle, light x, light y, light.setSize 60, set body color 100, 100, 100, light y equals light y plus 8, if light x greater than 15 and light x less than 85, if light y greater than 20 and light y less than 35, light.height, end, end. List.add to back, light, end. Light x equals light x plus 19, end. Next, light up sign. Use a for statement to make all the lights on the sign light up whenever the space dog is tapped. Insert this code into the last when statement. So right here, type in for light in list, light.set body color 100, 100, 0, dot delay 0.5, dot set body color 100, 100, 100. End. What this is going to do is it's going to make the sign flash yellow and white once the space dog is tapped. Next, surprised puppy. Make space dog's face surprised whenever it is tapped. Insert this code into the last when statement. So right here, type in spacedog.setEyesType, surprised, .delay 1, .setEyesType, open. Hit next. Well done. Customization complete. Tap on the dog, look at his face, he's surprised, and our sign lights up. It flashes yellow and white. Love it! If you want to customize this game even further with some of your own ideas, you can go ahead and do that right now. Or you can share it with your friends and family as it is by tapping the share button. Okay, it's time to head on over to the toolbox where we will learn all about the special powers that our objects have. Let's go! It's toolbox time, folks. This is the part of the show where I tell you all about the special powers that our objects have. You can view these special powers at any time on the back of any of our collectible trading cards, which you will receive by mail. I'm going to pick an object at random right now and show you all the special powers it has and how you can use it in a game. Which one is it going to be? Let's see. A heart. Here's a little game that I created earlier. Use the grey paddle to send the blue ball up to the hearts, and once it reaches the hearts, they explode. The heart object has a few cool superpowers. First and foremost, we can change the heart's body colour, and we can make the heart beat. See that giant heart on the top of the game screen? Why don't we change it to green? So right here, remove where it says giantheart.explode and type in giantheart.setBodyColor 0, 100, 0. Now hit run. Send that blue ball up, make it hit the smaller hearts, and then once it reaches the giant heart or the big heart, you will notice that heart now turns green. Now let's make it so that when the ball hits the giant heart, the heart will actually start beating. So right here, let's remove where it says .set body color 0, 100, 0, and instead we'll just say giant heart .beating. Now hit run. Get rid of some of those smaller hearts, and again, once the ball reaches the giant heart, you will see now that the heart begins to beat. Well, that's all we've got time for today. If you loved today's episode, please like and subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you next time for some more coding adventures. Bye!